Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Doing Better with Bree. It's your girl Bree, and baby, we have some things to talk about. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode. Now, if you haven't been here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you can be notified about when your girl posts. For today, you guys, we're going to talk about a few different topics that I came across my FYP. Number one topic of the day, Miss Brittany Renner. Now, if you guys know, Brittany Renner got married to Kevin Gates. She went through an entire modesty glow-up where she stopped dressing sexual and explicit to completely changing her wardrobe and religion and becoming a Muslim woman. She decided to go ahead and deep dive fully into the faith as a single mother and realized that she also had to marry a Muslim man that would provide for her because traditionally Muslim women have provider husbands, and they're usually one of a few. I think 4 or 5. I'm not sure how many they can actually marry, but that is their lifestyle. So she decided to fully engage herself in this and got married to Kevin Gates and divorced within 52 days. Now, people are wondering, why would they get married and divorced within 50-something days after she was all online talking about my man, my man, my man. I love him from the deepest part of me. Like, that was just so much. And it was like he took her on a humiliation tour because now she's sitting here back to square one as a single mother. She has a child, and her child's father is married and living a, I would say, normal life with his wife and other children. And meanwhile, she over here going through the most to have a man. Now, Kevin Gates and Dreka have been known to be a toxic couple for a long time. And when I say toxic, mainly due to the fact that they're married or not married. I'm not sure what's going on necessarily with their relationship. I do believe that they are still legally together, but they are not together. And Kevin Gates loved Dreka, used to talk about, drinking her urine and all that other stuff. And now he's out here been seen with different women, this woman, that woman, this woman, that woman. And Dreka has just been pretty much unfazed. Every time they show Dreka, she's doing what she want to do on her farm, living her best life, while Kevin Gates is constantly out here looking for attention. And unfortunately, Brittany Renner was a moving piece in a bigger game that was already started before she ever came in. So when he married her, it was in hopes that it would upset, I do believe, Dreka, and because she was unbothered, unfazed, and continued to post herself living her best life, he didn't want to do it anymore and ultimately ended the relationship. But I saw this coming. This was nothing more than a game to him. And for ladies that are, impressed by people like this, please understand that some of these men are really attached to certain women. And yes, they will use you to get back at another woman if you allow yourself to be used. And it will be embarrassing, it will be humiliating, and you will start to question your own value. And why would a man do that to you? And it's because you allowed him to. You decided not to pay attention and or look out for the warning signs or listen to people that were probably trying to tell you, hey, this might not be the best decision for you. So some women have to learn. And unfortunately, Brittany Renner is having to learn. I personally think that Brittany should have just continued to stay an OnlyFans model. I do believe at one point she would have ran up a lot more money and probably found some guy that still loved her for her, even though that's what she was doing. She decided to just hurry up and try and find a man that would take care of her so she didn't have to live that life like that anymore. She said she was only making like $2,500 on OF at one point, and that's just like, ooh, girl, no. So this, I do believe, prompted her to take this route instead of just like becoming a boss babe and chasing her bag herself and staying true to her brand. It was like she wanted to switch up so badly and go on this modesty journey, and I just don't understand exactly why, because girl, we literally do not care. Like, the girls are still getting paid that are doing that type of content. They living, they not stressing about no man. At least I hope they not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a chance for her to stay down, keep getting her money, build her brand, sell her merch, whatever, instead of completely involving herself in Kevin Gates and Dreka's life and drama. It was unnecessary. The whole lifestyle change was just unnecessary. Okay, what's going on in LA? As we know, Trump right now, on a serious note, has enacted his policies, and some of those policies was he is rounding up all illegal aliens, but he was focusing all of his attention initially on people that were illegal and criminals. Now it's just anybody who is not a legal citizen supposed to be here, you're out of here. He did give people a time to deport by, but a lot of people just took that as a joke, and obviously the government is showing people that it is not a joke. The riots are happening, they're looting stores, they're destroying property, and it's just getting out of hand at this point. And at some point they are going to come in and really round people up. It's going to get like that. And once they round people up like that, they really do believe that, I do believe the people that are out there protesting do believe that they have all of these people that are going to come and back them, and they just don't. The Latino community, they don't have the support that they believe that they have, because if you guys remember, the Latinos for Trump were the ones that essentially voted for him and made him, the president he is. A lot of Latinos voted for Trump. So there's not going to be a lot of them out there protesting, because there is a major difference between the Latinos that came over here legally, or the Latinos that did come over here illegally at one point and then did whatever they could to become legal in this country. They do not like illegals as well. Them people that are legal here, they pay their taxes. The Latinos that are legal here, they pay their taxes. They understand what it is to be an American. And yeah, they don't want the illegal Mexicans here either. They really don't, because not all of them have good intentions. And even though the process seems really brutal and rude and just like how could they, it was told many times that it was going to happen. So now that it's actually happening, people are just really acting out and looting and doing things. And I do believe it will come to an end shortly, and they're going to get another hold on this entire situation. So if you are an illegal alien here, unfortunately, this is not the time for you to play around with the government. I say this with, the biggest heart I can. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I don't want to see anyone go to jail or sit in, cages for a long time in these places, when you could have just taken the route of packing your bags and saying, I want to self-deport, and then coming back in the legal way at some point, but thinking that you are bigger than the program and that, they're not going to come snatch you away from your family on a random day. Don't think that they won't, because history has proven that they will. And they can, and they don't value family. They will separate you from your family. Black people understand that the government don't play, and don't play with the government. Save your family, save yourself, do what you need to do to be able to come back another day. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry, I'm really sick of your movies. I'm sick of them. As a Black woman in her 30s, I'm sick of them. Honestly. All right, let's talk about it. Mental health issues. Single mother. No baby daddy in sight. Poverty. Gets evicted in the rain. Almost sticks up a bank. Gets still arrested in the end. Loses her child in a state of hypnosis. I do believe they said she unalived some people in that movie as well. Taraji P. Henson is an amazing actress, and you guys, I saw all these snippets on TikTok. Someone asked me for my opinion, so I gave it. And I really just have to honestly say, I don't like seeing movies about consistent struggle. Yeah, I just don't. I don't like to see movies where Black women are always put in a position where we are struggling, when there are plenty of Black women that are living in luxury or living in content suburban households or lifestyles. Not every Black woman is struggling. Not every Black woman is out here having mental health issues to the point where we finna stick up the local bank. The only good thing about this movie was the kindness that the other Black women, some of them were showing. I did hear that there was a hating Black woman named Tessa in there or something, but even still, Tessa made it home. From what I'm saying, Tessa got home. But the entire situation was just terrible and unfortunate. And it just was like, this woman was having not just a bad day, a bad year, a bad life, a bad everything. It makes you wonder, like, what bad decisions led this woman to having this type of situation where she not only had a low-paying job, but a child with issues that were health issues. Okay? Because, I could get it if, I wouldn't say I could get it, but, it would have been different if it was a mother who was having these challenges, but she made a livable wage and she lived in a decent place and her daughter went to a decent school and she had the medication that she needed and the mother was attentive to her child while she was going through this. But no, that's not what we had here. We had the worst of the worst of the worst case scenario. We had Taraji P. Henson literally acting her behind off, and they are wondering if she's going to win an award for this, an Oscar or something. And I do believe she probably deserves one. But it was really genuinely hard for a lot of people to watch, and they said it was a snuff film. You just kept crying and crying the entire film. It's like it's something that you go see if you want to be sad. It's something you watch if you feel like just being sad and feeling, so much more fortunate than someone today. But in reality, a lot of us are tired of seeing the Black mother abused, the Black mother that is single, the Black mother that has no family, no support system, the Black mother with the low-paying job, the Black mother that's always stressed with no help, the Black mother that has mental health issues. I want to see the successful stories, the Black mother that had every opportunity to be a failure but still came out on top. I want to see the Black mother that is not passing down trauma to her kids just because she's a single mother. I want to see the Black mother who rose above her circumstances and still found a man to love her genuinely, and it don't have to be some cheating scandal, some beaten situation or something terrible like that. She was just able to fall into a good situation because she was a genuinely good woman, and good attracts good. Like, why do we always have to be going through something in every single Tyler Perry film that he makes that it's just like, trauma made him rich? I get it. Using trauma made him rich. I get it. But please understand that millennials my age, most of us don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. I feel like that's other races that watch that and old Black ladies. 30-something years old, 20-something years old. I don't think we're really watching it like that. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all felt about the film. I, like I said, did not waste 2 hours of my time doing that or watching that movie. I went and worked out for 2 hours, but I did catch the snippets on TikTok, and from what I could tell and what the comments were saying and what the review people were saying, it was a snuff film. Everybody cried the entire film. Nothing was good about it. Everything was sad. She still ended up going to jail. She lost her child. And all of that, got evicted in the rain. It's just like the problem just kept going. Y'all know I'm going to say drink your water. Drink your water. It's summertime. But you guys, thank you guys for letting me run my mouth and really just express how I feel about these different topics. There is something that we can learn from all of these situations, though, and I hope that you dissect things for what they are and figure out what you can do to better your life. Learn from Brittany Renner's situation, what we can learn from the movie Straw, if you really were even there to watch it, what we can learn from watching the Latino community literally lose their mind trying to get a lot of people to rally behind them in this specific cause. What is it that you feel like you can learn from these situations and what you can apply to your life? Whatever it is, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys for listening. And like I always say, don't forget to do 1% better a day. Get your bag and stay out the way. Until next time, peace.